Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
We have breaking news. Zia Anderson and Naeem Ali are here to report. A gruesome discovery inside of a U-Haul truck. A man murdered and stuffed into a trash bin. Police are on the scene of an early morning shooting where they say a man has died.
Trying to piece together the who, why, and how in this homicide investigation.
Hey, we're back again. Hey, guys.
What's up? We're back. We're back to talk about more murder.
More murder.
Favorite thing ever. Should be called, like, Zia and Naeem talk about murder, but also go off on tangents podcast. It's just, there's going to be at least 2 or 3 tangents in this episode of True Dat. I already know it.
For sure.
Yeah.
You guys can actually make a game where you trace the tangent back to the original point and be like, they got to this from that.
That is a great game.
That's a great game.
Or also a drinking game where every time we go off on a tangent, you have a shot.
You take a shot.
Every time we get away from the original story, you got to take a shot.
That's beautiful.
I love
That's
it.
You're going to be drunk as hell by the end of this one.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Hey, guys, I'm Zia.
I'm Naeem Ali.
And we're doing another episode of True Dat. And this week we're talking about a woman serial killer.
Yes. I like when we talk about the women serial killers.
Me too.
That's fun.
They seem crazier in a different way.
Yes. To me, it seems more, what I'm about to say, I don't think any woman's going to agree with me. But
sound sexist.
I think the women serial killers are more predatory.
Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah, it's like it's sneakier. It's, like we gotta catch you off guard. Mm-hmm. Like a lioness,
Because you know why? Women can't rely on brute strength because we don't have that. So they have to find sneakier ways to do things.
True.
Also, and this is just true across the board, people tend to trust women more than they trust men.
Yes, 1,000%.
So this is like a thing in sex trafficking.
Yes.
They get women to work with them and they'll go out and lure the girls in because it's a woman, so you trust them.
That's crazy. Yeah, right? I didn't even consider that women told lies. And I did.
Naeem.
I'm telling you, I did until I caught my ex-wife cheating on me, and I was 30.
That was your first time realizing that?
These bitches be lying.
Oh, no.
I didn't even consider it. You guys always just seem like you're telling the truth all the time.
We're not.
And then you're always so hurt when I lie and cheat. I always think like, she must never lie and cheat if she's so mad that I'm doing it.
No, that's not how that works at all.
Yes.
Everyone lies.
It's actually, it's the complete opposite. A woman will yell at you for cheating while she's cheating on you.
Yeah, guys do that too. Everyone does that.
No, I don't do that.
You don't do that?
If I know I'm cheating, I only caught one person cheating. That was her, but I caught her twice. And after the first time, then I started cheating again. So when I caught her the second time,
but you were doing it before.
I was doing it before. I started the cheating game. She caught me cheating like 8 times, but
I wonder why she cheated.
Because she's a horrible lying bitch, is why.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and then the second time when I caught her, I was like, all right. Because it's like, I'm cheating too. Fuck it.
Right.
What, be mad at you about it?
Both doing it.
Fuck it.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. That's hilarious that you didn't really. Yes, no. Mm-hmm. Like, women can be just as bad as it's really a people thing. That's not necessarily a gender thing.
It is a people thing. We could have brought the spark back if we maybe started murdering people together.
That could have been. Oh my God, genius. I mean, that's what brought Karla Homolka, our topic of today, together with her boyfriend.
Yes.
They were called the Ken and Barbie Killers because they were both some good-looking people.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
And, what's his name? Paul
Bernardo.
Yeah,
Bernardo.
Yeah, they were good-looking people.
Yeah.
Very good, extremely good-looking people.
Blonde, young. I think she was 17. They were 17 when they met.
Yeah.
That's imagine 17-year-old serial killers.
That's crazy. That's a dangerous time, this period. Being 17.
Yeah.
And in love, that's too many feelings.
Too many feelings. And then when you end up, so this girl by the way, also, this was in Canada. I just want to
Yes.
preface by saying that you never think about. I'm not saying that serial killers can't exist everywhere.
We don't ever think they're in Canada.
No, because everyone's idea of Canadians is that they're just really nice.
Super
like they're
nice.
too nice.
They apologize too much.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so you wouldn't think that people would murder each other up there.
But they do.
And wait, can they even have guns?
I don't think so.
Ain't no
Probably
guns in
not.
Canada, right?
No. Their gun laws have to be. I bet you there's like hunting rifles because I'm sure people in Canada
Yeah,
hunt.
because they stab up there a lot.
They're allowed to have guns, but with a license and regulations. They
Oh,
have
so like
stricter
the
gun
same
laws
thing
than
as
we do.
here.
Okay.
Okay.
So they can have guns, but they didn't kill anyone with guns here.
Well, if you're hot, you don't need guns.
You don't need guns.
If you're hot, you can kill people with your fucking charm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just lure them in, flash them the pearly yellows, and be like, "Hey, come on in."
Right.
And then you've got yourself your first victim.
Mm-hmm.
The most fucked up thing about this case is, all right, so this girl's name's Karla Homolka. She meets Paul Bernardo,
Mm-hmm.
and they have this intense connection. It's an intense attraction, and she is apparently like people pleasing to a next level.
Right.
When she was younger, she showed early signs of a need to please and a fascination with control. So she did all of this stuff for him, but she also seemed to really enjoy it.
Right. Damn, that's ultimate people pleaser.
Yeah, that's too
You
much.
killing and torturing and shit like that?
Not even just killing it. Here's the worst part. Their first victim was her sister.
Fuck.
Yeah. Her 15-year-old sister.
What the hell? How can somebody convince you to kill your own sister?
I don't even know.
That's not convincing. She wanted to do that already.
She's jealous of her sister.
Yeah, she wanted to do that. She wanted to kill her sister.
It had to be. Because, like, I don't understand if I was with someone and they're like, hey, So it started because he showed sexual interest in her sister. So they tried to drug her once.
Mm-hmm.
So she tried to drug her one time. She woke up about a minute into Paul her.
What the fuck?
And then they did it another time. She got drugs from work.
Mm-hmm.
Drugged her a second time, and then Paul her sister.
God damn.
She watched the whole thing. And then so her sisters started throwing up and went out John Bonham style.
Yeah.
On her back.
Yeah.
So she asphyxiated on her puke, and they passed it off as an accident.
Fuck.
They said they tried to save this one is so twisted.
Yes. That is your own sister.
Like, I have a hard time trying to think of even like a way to joke about it because it's so fucked up.
You let him your sister. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Absolute insanity. So the parent, and it was like, I think down in the basement. I think the sister was down in the basement. They took her down there. They like moved her body out of the basement, like fixed her up, made it look like it was an accident, and the parents bought it. They both went to her funeral.
What? I mean, yeah, this is a completely different level of sick.
Yeah.
This is a completely different. This is like devilish type shit. But then if you look at her picture, these eyes are evil.
She has evil eyes.
She has very evil eyes.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, I'm so attracted to girls with those eyes. Whenever I see a girl with evil eyes, I'm like, oh, bitch, kill me, please.
Because that they're going to be good in bed.
They're great.
Because they're crazy.
Yes, every time. They're great.
They're willing to do that. I always hear about that in fat chicks, apparently, because they're willing to work harder.
Yeah, true.
I'm not a guy. This is just what I've heard.
I mean, listen, you ain't lying. That's true. I don't do the fatties too much. Ain't no problem with it. I ain't saying no problem with it. But yeah, the times I have, yeah. They go
Go
the extra
figure.
mile.
They know they have to work harder to please. It's that pleasing thing, but
Yes.
she's not even fat. She's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a whole other level of insanity. Like, I don't even know how you get here.
Yes.
Like, how do you get to killing your sister and letting your boyfriend, like, her dead
Like,
not dead body, but...
what did he say?
Right.
Like, what the fuck did he say?
Imagine
to
that
get this to happen?
conversation to
Yeah.
convince her, be like, hey, man, I'm really attracted to your sister. Like,
But look, I know you might not be cool with it. So, like, I don't have to do anything that's pleasurable to her. Like, yo, what?
she won't enjoy it.
Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Holy shit.
Like, that's crazy shit. What do you say?
I don't even know. Well, I mean, I guess because it was one of those things, right, where she's just like, oh my God, this is the guy. I got to
Yes.
do anything that he says.
Yeah, to keep him happy and to keep
Yeah.
him around. That fucking stinks.
Yeah. That's
Or
insane.
either that or he's the best negotiator of all time.
But apparently they got off on doing it together. Like
Yeah.
she also like they bonded over their sadistic sexual shit.
That's fucking crazy shit.
So she's like, I mean, think about Army Hammer. He convinced Lee, like,
Yeah.
remember that whole story?
Yeah. Yep.
People said he was super abusive, but also he really wanted to eat people
Yes.
or talk about it at least.
What the fuck, yo? I mean, 'cause at a certain point, it's not convincing anymore. At a
Right.
certain point, you wanted to do this somewhere in your own mind and body. Like,
Yeah.
if I suggest something, if I suggest for you to kill somebody, you're like, all right. It's like, nah, you wanted to do this already.
You wanted to do it.
Yes, me bringing it up gave you the okay, but you kind of wanted to do this.
That was the natural progression. She'd find a way to do it regardless.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. That's fucking crazy.
And that's what's so insane to me is that they started off so insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't even start off, straight for the sister,
Mm-hmm.
straight into like, we're going to look our family in the eye while we're
Right.
at her funeral.
At the funeral.
And not give a fuck.
Fuck.
Like, I don't even know how you get there.
That probably as a ghost, that probably pisses you the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're a ghost and you see the people that killed you at your funeral, like what the fuck are they doing here?
Just hanging out, drinking, being like, I'm so sorry. People are
Yeah.
saying to her sister, I'm sorry for your loss.
Hell yeah, that's
Holy
That's when you start
shit.
doing Patrick Swayze exercises that he did on Ghost. You start trying to move pennies and shit so you could talk to people. Like, no,
Yeah.
get them out of here.
Oh, dude, if I were her sister, I would just be haunting the shit out of them.
For sure.
Oh, my God. Just doing all kinds of creepy shit.
Hell yeah. What? I'm haunting the fuck out of you. You fucking let your boyfriend kill me? I'm never going to heaven.
And then covering it up.
I'm never going to go to heaven. I'm going to bother you the rest of your life. And then when you die, I'm going to beat you the fuck up. Then I'll go to heaven.
Yeah, ghosts have to be able to beat each other up, right? That's
They got to
gotta
be able
a
to do
thing.
something, right? I think.
Because they're not corporeal, but if they're both made of that ghost stuff.
Yeah. What the fuck is ghost stuff?
I don't know.
Smoke?
I don't know. That's a good question. Ghost stuff is something. Dude, I would never, ever, 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 ever forgive someone for like killing killing it. I just feel like there's a huge, okay, this is where I think nothing is ever black and white. And this is why I look at it's situational, right? So say it's some young kid that like, he had a hard life, so he went through some shit, and he like accidentally killed someone when he was trying to rob something or something.
Yes.
And then he goes to jail, and then he gets out, and he's like, I really want to make my life better, and that haunts me, and I hate that. Like, that's so different.
That's way different.
Compared to
this evil bitch?
pure evil.
Like, evil. Like, this is so evil that, like, shit, if the devil real, he probably be like, bitch, why you do that? Why you do that? That was crazy.
Satan himself goes like, I don't know if we want you here.
Right. I don't think you belong down here. I don't even know where to send you.
He's like, we just have fun down here. This is just a bunch of sodomites, just people butt fucking down here.
Right. God damn.
Apparently sodomy is no good in the Bible.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's Pride Month. We gonna chill.
Yeah.
Now next month we gonna talk so much shit.
This month will be chill. Well, but here, sodomy is not just for gay people. Like,
Yeah, true. Yeah, anybody could do it.
everybody does it.
And it don't even gotta. It's not even. And it don't have to be a dick involved either.
That's true.
It could be sodomy with anything in somebody's ass.
You could put anything up there, and people partake all the time. Not even just gay people. So
Yeah.
it sounds like hell's where the fun is what it really sounds like.
I mean, yeah. If heaven and hell are real places,
Yeah.
heaven can't be fun.
Can't be fun.
If you got to do good things the whole time.
Well, and not even just that. Like, think about all the stuff, like, you can't eat shellfish and, like, whatever, like, all their weird, like, weird
Yeah.
little rules are. Like, you have to, like, I don't know.
And none of the cool people would be there.
None of the cool, have you ever hung out around, like, extremely devout religious people?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a cousin, and they're really weird and boring.
It's super boring.
I love him. He's my cousin, but
If you say something that's kind of dirty, they tend not to even correct you. They ignore it like you didn't say anything.
yeah.
And it's like, nah, bitch, you heard what I said. At least say I'm wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, don't just ignore my shit because you Christian or because you a super Muslim. Like, tell me to stop.
My cousin one time, I think we were at the beach, and he was like, why do you have to wear a shirt that shows your stomach? And I was like, I'm at the beach.
Yeah, you're at the beach.
Also, I'm 15. Why are you this is weird.
Yeah, that's
All
like,
of this is weird.
Right? You should be like, you fucking freak. Stop
Yeah.
looking at my stomach.
Stop looking at my, like, this is not, I don't understand why this is an issue. So just stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
No, not at all. And also, I think there's a thing with, we talked about this before, but I think there's a thing with some men and teenage girls where they can't keep their fucking eyes to themselves.
Yep.
Keep your eyes and your hands to yourself.
Yep. It's not hard.
It's really not hard.
Like,
it's super easy to do.
It's very easy to do. And I feel like even as again, I don't want to be the type of woman that's like, oh, I can just touch people and get away with it. Like,
a lot of women do that.
I know. I'll ask people
Ton of
before.
women
Like,
do that.
like if I forget who I was talking. Oh, it was this guy. I was doing an interview and it was this gay guy. Super sweet, but he was wearing like a jumpsuit thing. And we were talking about how it looks soft. And I was like, oh, can I feel it? And he was like, yeah, thank you for asking. Of course. I'm not just going to touch your body. That's weird.
Most women do not ask before they touch you or touch your things.
I don't know. I just think that it's like your body is your person.
Yeah, yo. You can't just be touching people. That's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's wild to do. You got to ask.
You got to ask. These people did not ask. They just took.
Yes.
They didn't ask for anything. They were like kidnapping girls. So the sister is easy, right? The sister is they have easy access to. The second girl they actually had to kidnap. So this was in 1991. Her name was Leslie Mahaffey. I feel like I'm not saying that right.
Mahaffey?
Mahaffey?
Damn, that sounds like a damn Middle Eastern or
Sounds
damn
like a
Arab
Middle
or
Eastern
something.
name. Yeah, it does. She was kidnapped. They held her for days
Oh, no.
and tortured her and her. Like, it's okay. The craziest part about this is that they actually, here's another thing. These guys are stupid. They
Yeah.
videotaped all of the encounters. They videotaped
Why would you videotape
everything.
it? That's crazy.
Like, that's the most
So
insane
that means they
thing.
wanted to go back and watch these evil deeds they were doing.
Yeah, they were probably going back and watching and, like, getting off
Yeah,
to
and
it.
fucking to it.
Yeah.
All right. Don't understand how you do that at all. Of course, I don't even like watching porn with like whatever girl I'm fucking. I don't like doing that
Really?
because we could just be fucking right now. What are we watching porn for?
Well, I feel like porn is like a lead up to it. Like, it's a nice way to get, like, once you start having
Yeah.
sex, yeah, you're not paying attention to the porn anymore.
True.
But, like, it's like a nice, what's it called?
A foreplay.
Foreplay. Thank you.
Yes.
It's like a type of foreplay.
It is. I don't like hearing the porn while I'm fucking. I don't want to be fucking and hear some other guy like, yeah, bitch.
So you just turn
take
it-
that shit. Like, come
just
on,
pause
man,
it.
turn that shit off. What are we doing?
That's funny.
Yeah, because the guys in porn are always saying shit that you don't say. It's like, I'm
Right.
not saying this type of shit, bruh.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, that's too much.
It is a lot. I feel like the stuff in porn, and I've talked to porn stars before too, and I've talked to people that do porn, and they're like, yeah, that's not real life.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that's not actually real.
Also, those girls are probably way hotter than the girl that I'm fucking. And it's like, bitch, I don't even want you
No,
right
I
now.
feel no.
I'm gonna go jack off and watch this.
No.
Like, she's way hotter than you. Hell, I don't want to watch. I don't want to do this.
You're like, this is taking me out of the moment.
Yes.
Oh no.
It literally takes me out the moment. I'm like, damn, why can't I be him fucking that girl?
See, and again, and I know porn star, I know a fair amount of them. And it's funny to hear them talk about it because it's so it kind of ruins it a little bit because it's so clinical.
Yes.
Like when they talk about shooting and stuff, like
I'm sure a bunch of cameras.
they stop. They're not shooting straight.
Right.
She's like, it's like a, for
they gotta
20
change
minutes of video.
angles and shit.
They gotta change angles. She's like, I'm holding this one position for like 10 minutes while they like readjust. And she's like, my legs are on fire. It feels terrible.
What the hell?
She's like, I don't come. I'm not enjoying it.
Right.
Like none of them are coming. It's like, it's just so interesting to hear about the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah.
It's totally not what you would expect, I guess.
I kind of like that though.
You kind of like that it's not.
Yeah, because I mean, keep it
Real?
Keep it as a job.
Keep it professional.
It should be professional. It should be a job. I think it's how you keep people in line.
What about amateur stuff, like couples that just put their own stuff
I watch
out?
that porn more than
Yeah.
I watch produced porn.
Yep, you hear it. Like that's
watch
what
that
I
way
hear
more.
the most.
Yeah,
from people.
I only watch amateur. I don't even like watching produced porn, but I do like with them that they keep it as a job and it's professional.
It's professional.
Yes, and there are clear lines drawn.
Yeah.
That's nice. You need boundaries.
You do have to have boundaries.
Because I
That's
tell
a
you,
good
this
point.
bitch,
She had no boundaries.
Zero boundaries. Hey, you want to kill my sister? I mean, we can just kill her. Like, bitch, what?
You want to have sex with my sister first?
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
cool.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, great. Have sex with her and then kill her.
Yes.
Good plan.
You need boundaries.
You do need boundaries. Yeah, no. So they kidnapped this girl for days. They videotaped the whole thing. I think it shows on video her sodomizing the girl with something. Dude, like,
Oh, no.
It's hard because I will, like, come from talking, like, joking about a topic, but then go into the because this one is so intense.
Yeah, this one's fucked up.
Like, in the video, they weren't even allowed to show the videos, I think, in court, or like they weren't allowed to show them to anyone.
Yeah.
Only the audio was available, so you could hear it, but it was so heinous that like they wouldn't even. And Canada has some weird laws. They tried to stop any, like, so we have freedom of speech here, and I feel like we really take that for granted.
We do. Yeah.
But in other countries, they don't necessarily have that. So they made it so no reporters or anyone was really allowed to write about the trial. Like,
really?
The trial and the crimes and everything.
Why would they do that?
Because they didn't want it to interfere with it. Like, whatever reason, it was really stupid, though. And they didn't want the public to, like, court of public opinion before the actual facts happen sort of thing.
Yeah, and they say that here, but they don't really give a fuck that much about it here. Because, like, with P. Diddy's trial, they were trying to get people that hadn't already heard about what happened.
Which you can't.
Everybody heard about it already.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, all right, well, we just got to go ahead and pick whoever we can pick to be on this jury.
And just hope that the jury is going to be unbiased. But I feel like it's almost impossible to have an unbiased journey.
That's true, too, though.
Yeah, also true.
You can't have an unbiased journey.
An unbiased jury. But yeah, so with this one, they really tried to make it so they didn't show the tapes, but at one part of the tape, the girl was like crying out in pain and asking them to stop. And it was, of course, during that because, look, the number one thing for anal, if you're going to do it, is lube, right? And lots and lots of it. But if you're raping someone, you're probably skipping that step. You're probably skipping that step, and it's not so good.
Fuck.
So it showed her and the boyfriend having sex with the second girl. She was also doing it.
Really? What the fuck was she doing?
I don't know. I was trying to think about that too. Sitting on her face.
Yeah, I don't even count. Lesbians don't fuck each other.
Scissoring her.
Two girls can't fuck.
What about with a strap on? Does that count?
That's
plastic.
That's an item. That's a thing.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah,
it's not a person.
You're masturbating this lady with a thing that's attached to your pelvis.
Right.
You're not fucking her. The craziest thing in the sidebar. Craziest thing in the world is seeing a lesbian get her strap on sucked, and she's like, "Oh yeah." You're like, "Bitch, you don't even feel it."
Yeah, that's not real.
What are you doing? Why are you saying, "Oh, keep doing it"? You don't even feel anything.
That's a
Why
good
is she
point.
sucking your strap on?
That takes me out of it.
That makes no sense.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Yeah, what?
Hey, how was she fucking
was
this
she
girl?
doing? But my guess is she was doing like whatever
She
she
could have
was
been
doing.
scissoring because scissoring has to be two people that are agreeing to do that.
Well, if the girl is like messed up, right, and she's out of it,
Oh, yeah,
and they're
like knocked out or something.
drugging her, or whatever they're doing, because they
Damn,
drugged her
that's
body
fucked
too,
up.
I think. Yeah. So whatever, it was both of them like having sex with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was also like 15.
But they were hot enough to have sex with other hot people. So why did they just do that?
Because it's one of those things where it's like, well, I think I brought this up before, but it's like, what were you wearing? It's never about that.
Yeah.
It's about control.
True.
It's all about control. It's all about having power over another person. Like old people get it's 80 or it's not because they're attractive or they're dressed a certain way.
Don't people feel better when you charm somebody into having control over? Like, I feel good once I get to the point where, like, I know a girl likes me so much that I can literally call her and ask her to do anything. But that's because she likes me.
Because she actually likes you.
Because she likes me. That makes me feel great. When it's like, I can call her and be like, all right, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Is she going to come over here now? And you call her, you trying to come over? She's like, yeah, I'll be over there in 10 minutes. She's like, oh, hell yeah.
Right.
She really likes me. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck is up with people that want to hurt people? Like, I don't get it. That's not attractive.
Something in the brain is wrong. There's like some neural pathway that's fucked up.
Yeah, it has to be that.
It's got to be.
And blood turns me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I can't, like, period sex? Please.
I got no problems with that. No issues. It helps with cramps.
Yeah, women always want to have sex when they're on their period.
Yeah.
But blood just turns me off.
But that's like, I don't know. That's not that crazy of a thing. Like if
it's not crazy.
If a guy is like, oh, this blood turn, like that's not. Some
Yeah.
guys don't care. Some guys are like,
Some guys don't give a fuck at all.
And I get it. Like it's blood. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as a girl, you're so used to it because it happens all the time.
Yeah, I never thought about how often you guys see your own blood.
Yeah, all the
Damn.
time. Yeah.
I only see my blood if I fall and scrape my knee or something. That's the only time I see my blood now.
Yeah, blood doesn't really fuck with me, and I don't know if it's. But that's not true because there are some women that get weird with the sight of blood. Like,
Yeah, true.
I guess it depends where it comes from, but I don't know. I don't typically get weirded out by blood.
Yeah. I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing blood.
That's not to say it's a turn on where if I saw a guy bleeding, I'd be like, hey, baby, let's go. Like, Nick's like, oh, I cut my finger. And I'm like, yes.
Yo, yeah. That's what I just don't get it.
That's a whole other thing.
I mean, well, I guess I'm lucky I don't get it.
Yeah, right?
Because then I'd be like these motherfuckers.
You would be in prison. There's only so long you can do that for.
Yeah, true. You're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Damn.
This girl too, though. This one is the worst. So, like, it's not good what happened to the sister at all by any means.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. But she was, knocked out and puke and asphyxiated on her puke.
Yes.
This girl, I think they strangled her maybe, and then they dismembered her.
What the
fuck? Yeah, so they like cut her up into a bunch of pieces and encased all of the pieces in concrete.
Jesus
So
Christ.
they go to the hardware store. They get a lot of concrete, which I understand is not that suspicious because people
it's
pour
not that
concrete
suspicious.
slabs, whatever. But then they encase her in concrete and they take them piece by piece to some lake that was like 11 miles away or something. So they like drove back and forth piece by piece. But they're stupid because one piece that they encased her in was like 200 pounds. So they couldn't.
So they couldn't even pick it up?
They couldn't pick it up. They couldn't get it into the lake. So they just sort of like dropped it and it was found by a fisherman.
What?
So they found it like immediately.
They must not have used enough concrete either.
Right.
Because how did the fisherman know it was a body parts inside of it?
Yeah. I feel like there
It
was
was
like
just-
a hand sticking out or
It was in the shape of a torso. It was like a fucking mannequin body. It's like, damn, y'all didn't use enough of this shit. Because like when you were saying, I'm thinking they made like, I don't know, like concrete blocks.
No. They probably did it all half-assed and shit.
Yeah, true. Yeah, hot people don't know how to do shit with concrete.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. I've never seen a hot person doing concrete in my life.
No.
They should have hired a couple Mexicans.
Do they have Mexicans in Canada?
Oh yeah, nah, I don't think so.
Mexicans are like, it's too cold up there. We're not going that far up. Fuck that.
Right.
I don't want this shit.
Damn, they put her in concrete? What the
Put her in
fuck?
concrete and then threw her into a lake.
These are the two most evil people that probably were ever in a relationship together.
Yeah, can you imagine these two people finding each other?
It makes no sense.
Holy shit.
Again, this is another thing that makes you feel like, all right, it's a god or it's something in this universe that's making shit happen.
Because statistically, right, two
How did that happen?
psychopaths finding each other of that, like that magnitude.
Yes. Another sidebar. Did you know that did you know that like between 2 and like 7% of married people are in photos of each other when they were kids, even though they didn't know each other?
Really?
Yes. Like there are people, I saw this because I forget what documentary I was watching, and this girl was showing her husband pictures of her at Disney World when she was a baby.
Yeah.
And he was looking at the picture, he's like, oh, nice. And then he's like, I think that's my mom pushing my stroller in the background.
What?
Yes.
That's wild.
And it happens way more often than people think. Where like
Holy shit.
people are showing their husband or their white baby picture, and they're like, "Wait, I think that's my sister standing behind you."
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? But then when you think about it a lot, it's not that crazy.
Well, I guess it depends where
The
you meet your
proximity,
spouse. Yeah,
yes.
like if you so I'm from Hawaii, Nick's from Brooklyn. Like we're
Yeah, now if it happened with y'all, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. Like
Yes.
we're as far apart as you can
Yes.
get from each other and still being in the United States.
Right. But if you marry somebody from Hawaii, it'd make way more sense.
It would make more sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
like,
they were in the background of one of your pictures when
of
you were a kid.
course. Yeah. So I guess that depends. It would be crazy if it was like, oh, I'm from here, you're from there. We just happen to be on vacation at the same
That's
place at the
nuts.
same time.
No,
that's crazy.
That's what happened with the one I was telling you about. It was literally that.
That's
like,
crazy.
She was from Ohio. He was from like Arkansas, and their family just went to Disney World on the same weekend.
Yeah.
and he just happened to be in the background of his future wife's picture. I'm
That's
like, what the fuck?
wild.
Yeah.
That's like a whole other level. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's so
what I'm
wholesome.
saying. God, devil, universe, whatever. Something making these motherfuckers get together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that one was wholesome. This is just
Yeah, this is evil.
freaking horrific.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So they had a third victim, and this was in 1992. So these ones, I guess, were a little bit more spread out.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
This girl, they abducted her in broad daylight. She was leaving, I think it was a Catholic high school. And she was walking home, but it was later, so everybody else had already walked home. So she was sort of on her own, and they stopped her and got her into the car. They like forced her into the car, and people saw her get kidnapped. So this one, they like knew, yeah. But I don't think they knew necessarily who it was, and I guess he had a mask on. So I don't know if they were initially planning on killing this girl or not.
Right.
And they ended up killing her because his mask slipped off and
What
she saw
the
his
hell?
face. So this was like it was a weird one where I don't know if they went into it.
Why are they kidnapping? Okay, there's no proper time to kidnap. Don't take what I say the wrong way. But why are they kidnapping in broad daylight?
Stupid. I mean, they got too excited. They
That's
saw her
stupid
and
as
they're
hell.
like, yes, this one. It has to be this
Yeah.
one. He's like spurging in his pants.
And hot people are overly confident.
They are overly
They think they can
confident.
get away with anything.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's why. They were
Yeah.
just like, we can do whatever. And they already got away with 2.
True.
So they're feeling like, oh, we
Yeah,
can
if you
keep
kill
doing
somebody,
this.
if you kill your sister and then years go by and nothing happens, you probably do start thinking like, all right, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which is insane. They're like, oh, we got away with it. Oh, shit, we got away with it again.
Yes. That's a bad way of thinking.
Yeah, it's messed up.
You got to know you never get away with anything. Just because you didn't get caught doesn't mean you got away with it. You
No, that's
never
true.
get away with anything.
No, it always comes back up.
Yes, it comes
Always.
back up.
Even years later, like in the Dana Ireland case, the guy that they
Yes.
busted, oh God, when was this? It was it was 2024, and this happened in 1993 or something like that. So it was like for whatever. He thought he lived out his life.
Yes.
He did not.
No.
They found his ass.
It will come up.
Yes.
Especially when you cause immense pain.
Mm-hmm.
When you do something that causes a bunch of pain to a family or, just another person, it's going to come back because you can't let that pain go.
Right.
And people will fucking track you down to the end of earth.
Well, yeah, because they never get any closure.
Yes.
They never get that's why it's so important for families to find the killer, to have some sort of justice. And
Yes.
when that's never found, you can never close that. You can never move on
Yep.
from that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that you ever really move on from it, but just closure is an important thing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, because like I've had family members that have been murdered, and it feels way different knowing that person's in prison as opposed to knowing that person's still out here somewhere just living their life.
Yeah.
Because that's like, what the fuck? You don't get to live your life after you do shit like that. That's
No
crazy.
justice.
Mhm.
Like zero justice.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is it. And I think that's why no matter what. And I mean, I guess I know some people like there has to be some people that grow old though that have murdered people and they never get caught.
Oh, for sure. I told you, what was the first episode? I told you my dad killed somebody.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think he killed a lot of people. And he went to prison for like selling drugs and shit like that. He
Completely
never,
different thing.
Yeah, he never went to prison for a homicide ever.
And then he passed, right?
He died. He
And
died
so,
when he was
yeah.
86. He died
Wow,
like
so he
like
lived
2 years ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago he died.
He lived a full life.
Full life.
That's wild.
Full life. He did like 2 long stints in prison, one in like the 70s and then one in like the 90s because he got locked up when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Okay, yeah.
And then he got out when I was like 14. So he did like 8 years in the 90s or some shit like that. But he killed people.
That's crazy.
There's a bunch of people that kill people and I'm sure, and don't go to prison. Especially if you're killing drug dealers, strippers, or fucking prostitutes and shit like
people
that.
that no one cares. Like they
Yeah,
just
the cops
no one
don't
cares
care about
about
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. With this, I think they were all white girls. I think it was like 3 white
That's
girls.
when you go to jail.
Yeah, if you're
That gets you locked up. You're killing teenage white women, they will go get cops from the ends of earth to come get you, bro.
It's true.
Like, are you crazy?
Yeah, they fucked up on this one big time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this girl they also restrained, taunted. She violated her. Like this one, like she was all in on it.
Yeah.
It was the video evidence of this is crazy.
Yeah.
The craziest thing too is that this bitch got a plea deal.
How did she get a plea deal?
She got a plea deal because they hadn't found the tapes yet. And she said that they basically believed her bullshit ass story that she was the
A
victim.
victim, and he was forcing
And
her
he was
to-
forcing her to do it. Yep. And she was like, no, I'm the victim in all of this. And so they said, okay, we'll give you 2 counts of manslaughter and you'll get 12 years if you take this deal, if you give him information.
What the hell?
Give us information on Paul.
A
Bernardo.
plea deal for doing all this evil shit?
Uh-huh. And then they found out, I was reading over this, and this was fucking me up because I was reading over it, and it was a little bit convoluted, but it was this weird shit where they found the tapes after she had already taken the plea deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Paul Bernardo's lawyers had the tapes, but they didn't hand them over. Like, they
Right.
kept them for a while, and they didn't tell
Mm-hmm.
the prosecution or the cops or, like, anything, any of the
Yeah.
investigators. And so it was this big public outrage when people found out what she did and that she
I'm
was
sure.
a very willing participant in
Yeah.
it. But they didn't go back on the plea deal. They just let her
Damn.
have.
Well, yeah, 'cause I think once you sign it, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like once you sign a plea deal, it's like written in stone, kinda. That's fucking sucks.
So she's out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She's out.
It's somebody fucking this lady.
Oh no, she's married. She married her.
What the hell?
She married her lawyer's brother
What the
that
fuck is going
represented
on?
her, and they had kids.
What?
They had 2 kids.
How? What the hell? And see, all right, so this is what I don't get, right? Okay, so we just said about the plea deal. Once you
Yeah.
sign it, I feel like you should be allowed to lie to criminals.
Yeah,
You
I
should
agree.
be allowed to say, hey, if you give us any information, you're only going to do 10 to 12 years, and then you'll be right out. And then the moment they tell you, be like, psych, bitch, life.
Life.
Like, why can't you lie? Why can't we lie? Why can't the judge lie? Why can't the prosecutor lie?
Yeah, they murdered people.
They murdered
I
people.
guess it completely undermines the entire justice system, but still.
Still, if you are caught red-handed on tape, murdering and shit, I can lie to you.
It's on tape.
It's on tape. I can lie and say, hey, you won't get any time if you just tell us the truth. And then when you tell me and I see the shit, psych, no, you're going to prison.
And this was back before AI.
True.
So now we're
So
gonna
you
have
knew it was
problems
real.
with it. You know it's
Okay.
real. We're gonna have problems with this now. This is gonna become a real issue.
I have a conspiracy about this.
Ooh.
Did you hear this Google VO 3?
No.
Google VO 3 is like the newest AI, it's like the most updated one.
Oh, I did hear about this.
And you can
Yeah,
type
yeah,
the
yeah.
prompts in, it'll make like
Yep.
a whole movie for you and shit.
Yep.
I've been noticing a lot of these things that people are making are only black people. Stop, yo. Stop. Don't set us up.
Dude, I saw Nick has a friend who has a whole account that's AI made, and it showed a guy streaming over a GTA 6. Like, I forget if it was a teaser trailer or it was a trailer for the game or whatever. And it looked, the streamer was fake. The guy, it looked like the streamer was fake. The GTA game was fake. It looked real.
Yeah, it looks so real now. The only thing I can say that shows you that it's not real is when they have to make contact with another person in that video.
Yeah.
The touching never looks right.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make them touch each other yet. But before it used to be the hands. We were like, oh, they can't do fingers. Figured out fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was the mouth. Like, oh, the mouth doesn't match the words. Figured that part out.
Mm-hmm.
And now the only way you could tell is if they're touching another person.
They're
It's
going to
so
figure that
crazy.
out, too.
They're going to figure that out?
They're going to figure it out.
They're figuring everything out in like 8 months.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be so crazy. So that's going to be an issue. But, back in the 90s,
This wasn't
that
AI.
tape
This
is real. Yeah.
This evil bitch doing this shit.
She actually did all this stuff.
What the hell?
And the craziest thing is that when they let her out, there was a huge, people advocating for her to be able to change her name and live a normal life.
Why?
Like, they thought that she deserved privacy.
No. Pretty privilege.
Right?
I fucking hate pretty privilege. I understand it. I get it. But I don't like it.
Well, because it's basically saying that being attractive automatically makes you a better person when we know that that's not true.
Yeah.
Objectively, we know it's not true.
Yes, especially the people that have been attracted their whole lives are pieces of shit. Sorry,
because
guys.
they get away with everything.
Yes, since they were little, they just get away with shit. I like people that was ugly and then got attracted when they got older.
They really appreciate being attractive.
Yes, and they have character. They'll joke around with you. They know the world doesn't revolve around them.
They've got to be a little bit hardened in life first.
You need that.
Before you can.
The best ladies you can get in a relationship with are the ones that were fat pigs when they were in elementary school. And then when you meet him as a 30-year-old, she's just this well-rounded, beautiful lady.
She
lost
worked
the weight.
for
Yeah,
it.
she worked for it.
Yeah.
Those are the best ladies you could meet.
It's, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you don't want to meet a lady that's been pretty her entire life, and her mom and her dad and her whole family. Like, you're just the best. You're just, no, because that lady, she thinks everything's about her.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's
those
true.
are the most self-centered people.
I know. And then the problem with that is they expect all this. All right, sorry, tangent, sidebar.
I mean, this is where we live.
We're going, we just live in a
live in a
tangent.
tangent.
I spend a fair amount of time on Reddit, and I'm in specific groups that are like interesting to me.
Okay.
But Reddit shows you just whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck.
for
like
sure.
as random shit pops up, and I'm seeing so many stories from guys who are going on dating apps and girl, like it's both back and forth. But what I'm noticing with a lot of these stories about dudes on dating apps is that a lot of these girls are just expecting everything.
Yes, that's true.
Like this one girl wrote a whole text message to this guy because they went on a first date, mind you. And I think it was like a brunch date or something, which I feel like is a good idea. Meet
That's
earlier
a
in the
great
day.
first date. Yeah.
Yeah. But because it went well, like they seemed to, hit it off, he invited her to some flea market that he goes to.
Nice.
And apparently she wanted him, expected him to buy some clothes for her, like $100 for 4 t-shirts that she wanted.
On a first date?
On a first date. And he was like, yeah, no, like I don't know you. Like I don't know you. We just met. Yeah. And so she writes a whole text to him being like, oh, it really rubbed me the wrong way and turned me off that like you invited me out and then you did it. And it was like the entitlement in the whole interaction and the text message. I was like, holy shit.
Yes. Like it's nasty. Dating is so fucked up now.
Yeah.
Because it literally is that. It literally is just when a bunch of women like, I want to go to this 5-star restaurant and it's like, bitch, no. I'm not about to spend $500 on the first day. I don't even know if I don't like you.
Do you know what we did the day that we got married?
What's that?
We eloped, first of all.
Really?
Because I'm not
Did
spending...
you go to Vegas or just...
No. We
Okay.
just, in California, we got the marriage license and then we just
Okay.
went to one of those little chapel things. I
Nice.
had 2 of my friends come as witnesses. That was it.
That's all you need.
Well, because it was like we spent $300 on the wedding overall. First of all, we didn't have any other money, but even if we did, that could be a down payment on a house.
Yes.
That could be like, I got my engagement ring for free. We didn't even buy wedding bands. Like, he didn't
That's
have
so
one.
smart.
It's like,
See?
I'm not spending that much money on it. You know what we did the day that we got married afterwards? Because it's like this big emotional ceremony.
Yeah.
And then right afterwards, we were like, well, what do we do now? And I was like, can we please go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, damn. See? That's love.
They gave us free cheesecake.
That's love.
It was
see?
great. And they thought we came from prom.
See, that's what you're supposed to do. You don't need all that, the bells and whistles.
No, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And that's not to shit on people who have weddings, but like I'm just not spending $30,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
We spent $27,000 on our
No.
wedding, and
That could be a house.
it literally was. It was an extra bill. It was like when I would get paid, me and my ex-wife's dad would be like, "All right, we're gonna put this money in this account
No.
for this wedding," and it's like that's dumb as shit. We was married for 18 months.
How long did it take you to pay the wedding off for those 18 months?
We was married for 18 months, $27,000 wedding, like a $6,000 ring.
No.
I mean, lucky for me, like now, me and my ex-wife are like best friends now.
That's great.
Yeah.
You co-parent too.
Yes,
like,
we
that's
co-parent.
awesome.
She's literally like my best friend. She comes to my shows. She'll hang out.
I love that.
Yeah, we're like best friends. But she gave me the ring back, and I was so happy.
Oh,
And she
that's
was
nice
like,
of her.
she was like, you can sell that ring. She was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, 18 months, $27,000 wedding though.
That's crazy.
Stupid. I think that means something though. I think when people spend all that money on weddings and shit, you should know that that's probably not gonna work. 'Cause why is she expecting this? And you as a man, why do you feel like you're not comfortable enough to say, babe, you don't think that's a little bit
A bit
too much? Yeah.
A bit much.
Those don't work.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Like, I know people that spend, or not know people, but you hear about rich people. Like, I don't know these people. They don't have way more money than I'll ever have. They wouldn't talk to me. Spend like $100,000 on a wedding.
Yes, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's a fucking house.
Literally.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a 20% down payment on a nice house.
on a nice house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even imagine.
Fuck, no, you gotta get you a normal looking girl.
just get you someone that's nice.
Get you a
and
nice, normal girl. You would end up with a fucking Karla Homolka. You could end up with a girl that want to kill people and put shit in their ass and all that.
She's hot as hell, but she wants
She's hot.
some crazy shit.
Yeah, but she want to sodomize.
Dude, so this whole thing, she served 12 years in a Canadian women's prison. Apparently, she lived in legitimate comfort. She went to school for psychology. She was comfortable. She was super pissed off because I guess a reporter wrote a story that she was trying to get moved to a minimum security, sort of like a halfway house,
Right.
somewhere, and she, I guess, somehow got a judge, or a judge somehow said, you can't report on this. But the reporter had already released the story before they said that they couldn't report on it.
Yes.
And she got denied.
Really?
And she was all pissed off about it.
How was she pissed off about anything?
Right?
You fucking killed people.
Yeah. Your sister. You killed your sister.
And let somebody... Come on, yo. No, you can't be pissed off ever again in life. And you can't let fucking serial killers study psychology.
No!
What the fuck are they doing?
Like, holy shit. Yeah, let's make her better at this.
Yes, that makes no sense.
Oh, my God. And
Let
the
her
fact...
study psychology?
And she more or less got away with this.
Yeah, she did.
She did. Like, she spent 12 years in prison. Like, that's not long enough.
Fuck no. 12 years? So, was that 3 years per person?
Yeah.
Like
4 years
4 years per person?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah. And
All because she lied and said that she was a victim in this thing. This is fucking crazy.
the worst part is she changed her name when she got out. So
What's her name now? Does anybody know who she is now?
I don't know if they know her name now. Maybe. Okay. I know she petitioned to have her name changed and it got denied. And then at some point she petitioned to have it changed again. And she was actually able to change her name.
And they let her do it.
Mm-hmm. And she was I guess she lived in Quebec. So this all happened in Ontario. And she ended up moving to Quebec because she was bilingual. And because Quebec is French speaking, they didn't really know what was going on there as much. Because that part of Canada knew everything about it and were super pissed and up in arms.
What the fuck,
yeah.
yo? So they let her change her name.
They let her change her name. I can't imagine.
She's outside.
Yep.
That's so scary.
Oh, and so she reappeared in the media, and I forget what year it happened. It's because she was living near schools.
Really?
How is she not on a list? Does Canada not have a list?
I guess not. I mean, they seem like a very forgiving place.
They're too forgiving.
And my thing is, so her husband knows exactly what she did.
Mm-hmm.
They should lock that nigga up just cuz. Like, put him in jail. Why you marry her, bruh? What the fuck is you into? He probably be asking her questions about it. So like, why did you even like do that? Like, he probably asked her all types of questions and shit. Like, but put both of them in jail.
Not even did he marry her. He knocked her up twice.
They got kids.
They have 2 kids.
Ew, yo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yo, no.
She should, a condition of her parole should have been that they made it so she couldn't have kids. They just like take her uterus out or something.
Yeah, you can't procreate.
You're not allowed. We're gonna fix you like a female dog.
Yes.
Like a bitch.
Right. Damn. She's outside.
Raising humans.
Yeah. With the memory of her killing and sodomizing her own sister in her head right now. That memory's in her head right now. She can visualize that. I'm sure she sees it all the time. I'm sure. You know how the older you get? Well, me anyway. The older I get, the more I feel bad about things that I did in the past that were fucked up, right?
No, 100%. You look back and you're like, oh my God, I was such an asshole.
I did that. Yeah. How the fuck? When I was in 3rd grade, this girl, Tiffany Higgins, I probably shouldn't say it. It don't matter. I was in 3rd grade, whatever.
Tiffany. There you go.
Her mom died. And we got in an argument in class. She said, what did she say? She said, whatever she said, it pissed me the fuck off. I think she said like a mama joke or something. And it made me mad as shit. And I was like, what, bitch? That's why your mom did. That shit crosses, anytime I do mushrooms, and probably 2 times a week when I'm just laying in bed getting ready to fall asleep, that shit crosses my mind. I was 8 years old when I said that.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing I've ever said to anybody in my life. I've never said anything worse than that to anybody. And it literally haunts me.
Yeah.
Like like I said, 2 times a week, I'm in bed like, fuck did you say that to Tiffany? What the fuck were you thinking?
8-year-old asshole, goddamn it.
Little evil ass 8-year-old. What were you thinking?
No, it does. It sucks. Like those and shitty things that you did in your past being like I've literally thought about going back and reliving my entire life again, knowing what I know now and being like, okay, I have to do everything completely
I got to do
differently.
everything over.
I got to do all of it. You fucked up this time around. Let's go back and like, let's fix stuff.
Let's fix stuff.
Yeah.
Let's be nicer.
Yeah.
Like, so I know that she, wherever she is right now, that shit is playing out in her mind. She's a mature lady at this point. And I can't imagine, how does she live with herself?
I don't know. That's what's crazy about it.
Like, you didn't commit suicide yet, lady? You didn't fucking...
Well, that's the thing. I wonder if she actually feels any remorse about it.
And she might not.
She might not.
And that's the thing that I'm not considering. She honestly may not feel any remorse.
And they were saying when she was released, like all the psychologists and stuff said that there was a high likelihood that she would meet someone else like Paul Bernardo. Because that's what she wants. She wants that, and they'll find each other. So they're like, she was released with psychologists saying that she's a danger to society. Like,
oh my God,
they knew that.
Like, what the fuck, yo?
And they still let her out.
I mean, and again, pretty privilege.
Yeah.
A lot of times when a pretty woman's talking to you, you feel like, I'll do whatever you want right now. A motherfucker like me. You could be a woman. You just could be a halfway decent lady, and I'm like, whatever you want, we can do it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's crazy. She just talking people into all types of shit, probably, and talking her way out of prison.
And look, I understand that everyone's done bad things in their life, and there's that whole like, should your past define your future forever? And with some things, yeah,
hell yeah.
This wasn't like she didn't run someone over in the street on accident. She didn't like I said, I'm a very forgiving person when it comes to a lot of stuff. I really believe people can do better and be better. I just don't think this is one of those things.
No, she
literally tortured and dismembered and had sex with and killed her. Like, that's insane.
That's fucking crazy. And that's what I'm saying. If you kill one of your siblings, that's one of those things that should affect the rest of your future. Your future should be done from that moment on.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
You kill a sibling, you can't be a person.
Younger sibling too. Like, that was her little sister.
And imagine that they had a relationship prior to that. Like, that's her little sister.
Yeah. Like,
they had conversations, laughed together. And it's like, you killed her. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Insane.
Crazy as hell.
And not even, again, I can't stress this enough, not on accident. They pre-planned it.
Yes.
Her boyfriend was like, I want to have sex with your sister. And she was like, okay.
What the fuck?
I'll drug her for you. And then if she dies, we'll just pretend like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Accident.
Oops. Oopsie.
Whoopsie.
Like,
Whoopsie
what the
daisy.
hell? It's like, again, it's one of those things where, like, when I first started boxing, right, one of the things that was hard for me to do, I don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
So it took me years. Like, I started boxing when I was 6. Probably by the time I was 8 or 9, I was comfortable with actually just punching people in the face and like not feeling like, fuck, you know?
And that's in a situation where that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's a sport.
You're both there with the understanding that that's what's going to be happening.
Yes, but when you start boxing when you're that young, a lot of times you punch somebody and they cry because we're babies we're kids, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, so a lot of times if you're 7 years old and you sparring some other kid and he hits you, you're going to cry. You hit him, he's going to cry. So you feel bad. You're like, oh, this isn't a sport. We're just hurting each other. By the time you get to be like 8 or 9 and you run into like 2 tough kids that you punch them hard as you can and they just look at you and keep walking towards you, you like, oh, all right, this is a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sport. We gotta lock in up here so we can do this the right way. But again, that's something that took years, and that's just punching somebody.
I was gonna say, you're not killing them.
You can't imagine killing somebody.
No.
And you just don't have no feelings afterwards? You just like...
I don't get that.
Like, I'm sure there are a lot of killers that I'm sure they do it and they go turn themselves in and they're like, yeah, I don't deserve to be outside.
That happens. Yeah, people
like,
turn themselves in because they feel so guilty about it, and that's a different thing.
Yes, there was a rapper that did that not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was actually on P. Diddy's label.
Oh.
And he robbed somebody. He robbed somebody in the 90s, murdered him. Then he got famous in like, I think he robbed somebody like 91, 92, murdered the guy. He got famous in like 97, 98, had like a rap career up until like 2003, 2004, was just living his normal life. and then he went and turned himself in like maybe 3 years ago.
Wow.
Because he was like, he said it was haunting him now. He said because he's sober now. He was like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything. He like, and I had to just turn myself in and let y'all know what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he go to jail for it?
Yeah, they locked him up.
Damn.
But they gave him way less time than he probably would have gotten back then. I think they gave him like 10 to 15 years or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Because he actually came and they had no evidence linking it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
He could have just gone the rest of his life, but he couldn't live with himself.
Yeah, he couldn't live with himself.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
See, that to me is just a very different thing. And it's not to say it's okay that he murdered someone. I know people are going to say that, but like, it's not okay. It's just a different type of thing.
Yeah, killing somebody in a robbery is fucked up.
It is. It's horrible.
But you're not torturing them. You're not doing all this other freaky shit to them.
And you're not living your life like not feeling.
Yes, and
like
also
you felt guilty.
I think in order for him to live his life normally, his soul probably was like, "Yo, we got to go serve a prison sentence, bro.
Yeah.
We can't just be out here raising kids and acting normal. Like this ain't it, It's fucking crazy. But this bitch just gets out and is like, I want to change my name and get married. It's like, what?
Change my name, get married, have a family, live near schools.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Like,
Become
what
a
the fuck?
psychologist or whatever the fuck she did. Studied psychology.
Yeah.
No.
You can't do this, lady.
That's so insane to me that they let her study psychology. You're right. You can't let serial killers study
No.
psychology.
She doesn't even know how people think.
Oh, God.
She's probably killing people again.
She probably is.
Now she knows how to do it and get away with it. She's like, I won't put it on tape this time.
I think she lives in, where was it?
You said Quebec or some shit?
Well, she lived in Quebec, but then I think she moved to the Caribbean.
Oh, so now,
Yeah, so she's living in the Caribbean.
in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So now, so she's just in heaven now.
Yeah.
Just living up on the island.
Living her
Feet
life
kicked up.
These
Dreaming about murdering her sister.
poor girls are literally, their entire lives stolen from them when they were like 15,
Yes.
16 years old.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, this one got me because I was like, she got 12 years. I'm sorry. I know that they already gave her the pardon, or not the pardon, but the plea deal.
Yes.
But you should be able to go back on that. I'm sorry.
You should
when
be
there's
able to
new
say,
evidence.
yeah, there's new evidence. You lied to us. This plea deal was based on you being a victim and being forced to do this shit.
Yeah.
Now that we know that's not the case, you can't fucking have this plea deal. You can't be outside.
Yeah.
You gotta be in prison.
Because I feel like they had enough evidence to get both of them with the tapes alone. And there was also DNA evidence that because he also was someone, people in Scarborough. So they were able to link they were able to link the DNA to this dude.
Oh, yeah, he was the Scarborough rapist.
The Scarborough rapist, yeah. So they were able to link it to him. And with the tape, they should have been able to link it to her. They both should have been put away for...
When the fuck were they going to work and just doing normal hobbies?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, when the fuck you got time to do your normal shit?
God damn.
You traveling and killing and shit. Like, come on, bruh.
Encasing people in cement and taking them to a lake. Like, that's so wild.
That's too much. It takes so much time. What are we doing?
Yeah, this one was a terrible one.
This is terrible.
This one was like, when I was reading through, the nurse one is also, like, none of these are good. But that one's more of a fascination where you're just like, wow.
Yes.
And then with this one, you're just like, holy fuck.
This is pure, like, evil type shit.
Yeah.
This is type of shit, like, when I was a kid, I was always scared that hell was real. I was like, God, please don't let hell be real. But this type of shit would be like, man, fuck it, bruh. I hope so. I hope she go there. Mm-hmm. So what's her what's his name? Paul Bernardo, is he still in prison?
He's still in prison. I think he got like 18 what's the word I keep looking
consecutive.
for? Consecutive, thank you. 18 consecutive life sentences, yeah.
Question about life sentences. Let's say you die, let's say you have a heart attack, flatline, 3 minutes. They bring you back to life. Is your life sentence done?
Funnily enough, someone tried to argue that. I forget where I read this.
Really?
Yes, that happened to someone.
That's a good argument.
He tried to argue that he had served his life sentence because he died. I don't think
you gotta let him die. You gotta let him die. You can't bring him back like more prison. Like, nah. You gotta let the motherfucker die.
But I think they denied it. I think it
That's
didn't work.
bullshit. Now that is injustice.
But if he's serving 18 consecutive life sentences...
Well, I mean, he would have to have 18 of these flat lines in order for him to get out.
Yeah. But if it's one...
Yeah, he should never get out. And I hope it's big, strong men in there doing mean, nasty things to him.
Yeah. I hope he's just getting fucked in there.
Yes. Like,
hope he's getting sodomized with no lube, no spit.
Nope. just dicks in every hole. Just,
Yes. That would be great.
I hope they're in there treating him like a goddamn kebab. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking, just plowing through this motherfucker.
Oh,
Damn.
God. All right, well, we could move on to lighter things before we end. Florida or
Yes.
fiction is always really fun.
Yes, let's do Florida fiction.
This one I believe to be true. Florida man arrested for pooping on an opossum in public.
That's true for sure.
It is.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's true. People hate possums.
They're cute. I think they're cute.
They're ugly as hell.
I
You think they're cute?
Yeah, I also love raccoons.
I love raccoons. Are cute.
So cute. But I think
Possums are
possums
not.
are cute.
Possums look like huge rats.
Yeah, I think rats are cute too.
Uh,
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a pet mouse.
I mean,
It
all
was a
right.
little one.
Mice are
Mice,
cute.
yeah.
Mice are cute. Rats and possums.
Yeah, I would maybe have a pet rat if they weren't dirty, though. I
Mm-hmm.
think they're cute.
I did I was on Legion of Skanks one time, and their whole thing is like fucked up shit. Like they like showing videos of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So I showed a video of a possum getting lit on fire, and all of Legion of Skanks was like, "Naeem, you're fucked up." Why would you? I'm like, I thought it was you guys' whole thing. I don't like this type of shit. I brought this video because I thought you guys wanted to. I hate this type of
You
shit.
went too far even for them.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, literally, people on Twitter, like, today, were like, I mean, you like burning possums. So I'm like, I didn't never burn a possum in my life.
Yeah.
I showed a video.
That is sad. I can't watch that kind of stuff.
I shouldn't have showed it because Lewis and Jay were both like, come on, man, what are we? This is just rough. And I'm like, oh, damn.
You're like, I went too far.
I'm like, damn.
I done fucked up.
Right, I fucked the whole vibe up in that room. I said, oh, damn.
That sucks. That's so funny. I feel like that we always have that thing though. Like everyone has a story where they misread something, and then they're like, "Oh, that was too much."
Yeah, because when you have extreme friends, you're like, okay, I'm gonna bring some extreme shit to y'all.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're not as extreme as you think they are, and then everybody's just sad. Like the whole room is like, fuck. I'm like, oh, my bad. Oh, you guys don't think this one's funny? Okay.
Sorry, I thought you would like it.
Yeah,
God.
we just watched some guy fucking punch his girlfriend in the face. You guys are like, but then you see a burning possum, and you're like, oh, too far. All right.
Too far. Women beating fine. Possum burning.
That's
no.
where we draw the line.
That's
You
where
don't
we draw
burn
the line.
possums. It's like, okay, geez, didn't fucking know
That's
that.
actually really funny when you put it that way.
People pissed.
You want to read the next one?
Yeah. Florida man tries to play bail.
Pay bail.
Oh, sorry. Florida man tries to pay bail and Chuck E. Cheese tokens demands pizza justice.
I want that to be real so bad.
This is Florida. I'm saying it's real. No,
it's
okay.
not real.
Okay. All right.
That would have been great.
My brain did some racist shit to me just now, and I hate that just happened.
What was the racist thing?
Because my brain said Florida man tries to play ball. Florida man. But I knew that wasn't right because I saw in Chuck E. Cheese tokens. So about half my brain was saying, bro, nigga, it say play ball. Nigga say play ball. But I'm like, bro, that's not right, bro.
Dude, I misread shit all the time. My problem is that I'll put words in where they're not words.
Yeah.
So I read I say the wrong word because my brain reads it as something else.
Yeah, my brain is like does the same thing, or it
Yeah.
assumes what the next word is going to be, so it adds a word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My brain does that all the
That's
fucking
some
time.
ADD shit, I think.
Oh, 100%. There's all kinds of stuff that I didn't realize. I was like, oh, that explains a lot.
Yes.
Like, this explains so much about me.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you this before. I just started seeing a new therapist, and I just told her, I didn't tell her before. I was like, yeah, I have ADHD. And she goes, you never mentioned that before. And I was like, yeah, I guess I don't really think about it. And she was like, it doesn't surprise me. And it was like my third session seeing her, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I never think about it.
I don't think about it
Until I get one of my friends Adderall, and I'm like, damn, this what I'm supposed to feel like? You just all focused and shit?
The first time I took Adderall once, I took like a half a pill or something. It was only one time. And it was for recreation because people were taking Adderall. But it was like a legit pill. One of my friends had it. And I just felt like it was the clearest, most normal I've ever felt.
So clear.
And
I could do exactly what I wanted to do.
Your brain tells you to do something and you just
do it right then and there.
Yeah.
You don't think about something else before you do it. You just do it.
Revelation.
Yeah.
That's my problem too. With cleaning, especially, I'll notice. Like I get into these moods where I'm like, I gotta clean everything right now.
Yep, same.
But I'll do things in the weirdest order where I don't go room by room or thing by thing. I go into I'm like, oh, I have to put my clothes away. So I go into the room to put my clothes away, and then I end up doing something else. And then it's like something will trigger, okay, now I need to do this. So I'm just hopping around the house.
It could be just the slightest thought. I could be putting my clothes up, and then there's another thought like, oh, but bro, you should put your dirty clothes in the washer so that they washing while you putting your clothes up.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right. So now I'm stopping my clothes up, put my clothes in the washer. And it's like, damn, look at the bathroom floor. We should mop the bathroom floor. And it's like, bro, you ain't finished doing that shit.
Yeah, I know. And then you finally get back to the clothes, or I'll put 2 items of clothing away, go do something else, go put one more item of clothing away, then go do another thing. It just doesn't.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense in my head, but I realize it looks like a crackhead.
Yes. Yeah, I completely understand.
All right, the last Florida or fiction. Florida woman claims her pet iguana stole her identity to open a credit card. Why do I feel like I've seen this maybe?
I can see somebody. I can see a delusional, crazy ass lady saying this.
Yeah, someone on drugs.
Somebody
maybe?
on drugs. Yeah.
There's a lot of drugs.
It wasn't me. My iguana stole my identity. It wasn't me. I never buy anything from there. This was true. Damn.
No,
Okay.
that one's not true.
All right, I'm happy that one was false.
See, these are good because you really don't know.
If it says Florida in front of it, you don't know what the fuck it is.
You don't know.
But I like that one was false.
All right, we got to end the show on some last words.
Yes. Okay.
Go for it.
One never knows the ending. One has to die to know exactly what happens after death. Although Catholics have their hopes. Alfred Hitchcock.
That's really smart. I mean, he's right.
He's right. I mean, you
He's
don't.
right.
I mean, this is kind of just a fact. It's a statement.
That was his last words, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, also, people got to stop fucking. When you die and say some epic shit, bruh, stop thinking about what the fuck happening next. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody thinking about, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I don't know the ending till I get there, bruh. Say some epic shit.
What would you say? What would your last words be?
Tonight we dine in hell. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna fucking check. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say.
Something cool.
That's cool. That's what Leonidas said on 300.
Yeah.
Before they got killed.
You know what? He was really. It made you pumped to go die.
Yes,
that's a skill.
There are things that you should want to die for.
Yeah.
There are things that I would 100% die for.
Yeah.
And there should be something in your mind that you're like, I'd go out for that.
Your
like
kids,
that.
I feel like that's got to be number one, right?
Oh yeah, that's number one.
Yeah, that's immediate.
But that's kind of like an automatic. I mean, what? If we was in a super crowded place and there's a fucking shooter or some shit, I'm tackling that motherfucker.
Oh shit,
I'm risking it all. I'm risking it.
Because either you die, but maybe you save some people.
Yes.
Or you don't die and you're a hero forever.
Yes. And I often intervene in things that I shouldn't, probably. But afterwards, I never was on the fucked up end of the stick. So afterwards, I just feel good. I stopped this guy from beating up this lady, or I stopped these 2 teenagers from jumping this other teenager. It makes you feel good.
That is nice because in cities, people don't usually do that. They just keep going.
No.
They let it happen.
Yeah, they usually don't. And I mean, and just being honest, I haven't done it in some time now because now all these kids got guns and shit.
Well, that's the thing.
So I'd be scared. I'm not doing that.
It's the same. So you always hear about road rage incidents that end in someone getting shot.
Yes.
Because some people you don't know who you're fucking with.
Yes, and then you jumped out your car and now this person done shot you.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I get it. Mm-hmm. I want to do this other one, and I feel like we should do an episode on this girl too.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, I would like to just say I'm sailing with The Rock, and I'll be back. Like Independence Day with Jesus. June 6th, like the movie. Big mothership and all. I'll be back. I'll be back. And that was Eileen Wuornos.
What the hell?
I don't know what she's talking about, but
this bitch, her brain was scrambled. What day? Independence Day not on June 6th?
Wait, yeah. Is she talking about the movie? Is that when did that happen in the movie?
Jesus was not in that movie.
Jesus was definitely not in that movie.
And sailing with The Rock, like the wrestler, or
The Rock was big back then,
The
right?
Rock was big back then.
He was. I'm sailing with The Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with you. Yeah, she was on something.
Yeah, she was on some
What the hell
shit.
is she yammering about? But we should do an episode on her.
We
because
are going to
she's-
do one on Eileen Wuornos.
Yeah. There's the thing. There's no shortage.
Oh no, we will never run out of fucked up people to talk about on here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Going to be fun.
It's gonna be really fun.
Hopefully, in the Naeem, no, not hopefully. Maybe in the time that we're doing this podcast, a new serial killer will get called or found out, and we'll get to talk about this person
We can cover it in real time.
in real time.
Holy shit, it's gonna happen.
I think so.
Okay, all right. So we just have to keep our eyes and ears out for.
Keep 'em open.
And it doesn't have to be serial killers too. There's other true crime stuff that happens.
Yes.
It's happening all the time.
Yes, we could do that guy that was killing all the cats.
Yeah.
We could do like white collar true crime.
Yeah.
There was this guy that had he was selling mobile clothes dryers, like to dry your clothes with.
Okay, yeah.
And people were ordering them, and he would just send them a clothesline that you could hang outside so you could hang your clothes on the clothesline. He had niggas paying $200. And he just see him a clothesline, and he like, listen, technically this is a clothes dryer.
I'm really hard.
If you hang this up,
So hard to be mad at him.
yeah, you can't even be mad. He said you a fucking clothesline. You'll go hang your shit up outside.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Because I was like, mobile clothes dryer. Okay, how small is that? Like, how did he figure that out?
And the thing, the way he tried to I think he definitely got locked up. But the way he tried to maneuver around it was they were like, but you have like a dryer in like the advertisement. Like, you have,
Yeah.
it looks like a mini clothes dryer advertisement. He was like, no, that's just there for like decoration. That has nothing to do with the product. It's like yo.
Did he have a clothesline anywhere?
He did.
in
It
the
was just like a
picture?
string just like on the very edge of the picture. He was like, that's the actual product right there. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
That's a terrible job. He did a terrible job trying to
Yes.
justify that.
Yeah.
But that's really funny.
But he made money. He made money doing it.
We should do an episode on some
We gotta
white
do
collar
that.
crimes or
Some
whatever,
white
because
collar
there's
crimes.
some fucking hilarious ones. All right, yeah, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, where can everybody find you, follow you, support all your stuff?
Yes. You can find me on Instagram at Naeem_Ali. Same thing on Twitter. Facebook is just Naeem Ali, but I don't be on that bitch. It's all my aunties and mom and them on there. Fuck Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you see me on Facebook, don't be commenting wild shit. My mom read all that shit. And then she be hitting me up like, what's up with your fans? Why they don't do that. Be respectful on Facebook because my mom gonna read it. And then all my shows are listed on my Instagram. So
Boom.
check me out.
Go there and follow all of his stuff. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, Zia_land, OnlyFans, YouTube. I stream on YouTube 3 days a week. I live stream on OnlyFans as well. It's XIALAND. You can find all my stuff. It is a lot of fun. I totally don't have a Gollum mask that I put on sometimes in a bikini and say my precious. It's fun. I don't do that at all. So go follow me on those things, and we will see you guys next time for more murder and crime.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
True that, true that, true that.